Good morning, gang. It's Gord, your hurtin' hippie, on Friday. TGIF. Thank Gord it's Friday. No, don't thank Gord, but thank whoever you want. Days just follow each other, and today follows yesterday, and yesterday was a weird day. Had a little upset in my comment section, and I thought, hey, let's talk about that. Hang on. Now, first I wanted to do a little disclaimer. And I shouldn't have to do this every single time, but one person at least, and sorry that one person can kind of wreck today's video for everybody, because usually stuff happens in the comments, I block and delete and move on, or I just ignore them, or I say something silly back, because comments are comments, you know? Your comments that you love me, that you love the channel, that things are going well, those are lovely. Comments where you disagree with me are even better, because then we can have a discussion. But comments where you just say, hey, you offended me, goodbye, is absolutely ridiculous, and it's the elephant in the room if I don't attack it. Now, if you go back to my video, Befuddled, Hippie Talks, Befuddled and Bewildered, I think that was the name of it. In it, I made a reference to a section of the zodiac. I did not insult any person, and in fact, I didn't insult. How do you insult Anyways, I said that Libras, that every Libra I know of, has difficulty making a decision. They can't say yes or no. It's always a maybe. It's always think this out, think that out. And decisions are hard to come by. I shouldn't have to defend that. You know, the zodiac itself takes major groups of people on one identifier, the date of birth, and then assumes general data about that group of people. That's called generalizing. General statements. General statements are never specific to an individual, thus the name general. Thus the word general. It's a generalized statement. As long as you don't act negatively towards that connotation, we do this in society all the time. We generalize about groups of people. That's how marketing works. That's how friendship works. You know, you see a certain person, you wonder about them. You take certain aspects and you try and generalize whether you should approach that person. That kind of stuff. As well as, it was a bloody joke. Now, I wanted to say something that Dr. Jordan Peterson said. Freedom of speech gives people the right to offend other people. It isn't there. Freedom of speech isn't there to protect people to be able to stand on a corner and say the sky is blue. Or for people to stand in a group and say, I love you all. You don't need to protect speech like that, because nobody's going to hammer down speech like that. If you go back to when freedom of speech was first initiated into the American Constitution, it was because the King of England wasn't allowing dissension among the ranks, wasn't allowing people to speak out against taxation without representation and all that stuff. Freedom of speech was to protect people in a free society where government is no longer tyrannical, to be able to say things that are against the grain. And how does it work? It works beautifully, because if you are offended or take notice or don't agree with a statement that is made, You can present counter arguments. You can debate. You can also ignore. And you can take offense. But you don't have the right to take offense or to make people act on your offense. So I refuse. First of all, I'm just a hippie. I'm just a guy who has opinions about things and shares them on the internet. And sometimes I'm going to stub my toe and say something wrong. Sometimes I'm going to say nothing wrong, but somebody else is going to take it wrong. And I shouldn't need to apologize for it. However, I did say to this person who said, I'm just amazed at you guys for saying that liberals can't make a decision. Not liberals, Libras. Libras. I keep going between those two. And no, they're not the same. But it's... all that person had to say was, I'm a Libra and I can make a decision. Then I would say it was a general statement, not meant against you or against any individual, but as a group. Nobody seems to argue that Libras have a difficult time with decisions. And background. My very first love, my first wife, my second wife, and one of my daughters, all people that I loved dearly and was attracted to, attracted to my daughter. No, somebody I love, and 3 women that I've been attracted to, all were Libra. So I have a lot of experience, and there are 100,000 positive statements about Libras too. It's a generalization. I had a thing given to me by my kids, a plaque that said, you're Taurus, you're stubborn, you don't take ideas well or suggestions well, you know everything and you're the first to say it. That's why you have no friends. I didn't take offense to that. I didn't ground my kids. I didn't go off in a huff. See, words don't fit. I laughed and I put it on my fridge so I could laugh at it almost every morning. If we can't laugh at ourselves from statements we hear out there or laugh at along with other people, it's a pretty sad experience. Just because, and now I'll speak directly to you, Jesse, although I kind of think you blocked me. I cared about you. You're a deadhead. You followed. You're a hippie. You're not exactly the same hippie as me. You're very liberal. I'm very conservative, but big frickin' deal. We care about life and we care about people. Knowing that of me, you should never take an offense to a statement I made. And yes, somebody said fucking Libras. He still meant it as a joke. You know he meant it as a joke. He even apologized after, and you still went in a huff. That is not what this channel is about. We explore our feelings and our thoughts, and we talk about them. We don't go off in huffs. So I really didn't want to do this video, but a part of me wanted to do it inside, and I wanted to bring up, all the quotes about Libras. Everywhere you go, you say, what's a Libra? And you're going to see that they can't make decisions. It explains why. The scales of justice, the weighing of right and left, the weighing of right and wrong, the attempt to make it to the center. I get it, but that backs up what I said. So, again, my friends, I'm sorry that happened, and if this person continues to just get offended, then yeah, I hate to do it, but I'll block and delete and move on. And this will be the last you hear about this, unless y'all want me to talk more and rant more. Not really something I'm good at. Yeah, okay, it is something I'm good at. It's not something this channel was meant about. But I'll do whatever you guys want me to do because you drive my channel. This is a big old bus, and we're hippie bus, and we're driving it along. You guys are driving. You're taking me where to go. I'm just the sightseer. I'm just the explainer of what we see. So, my friends, peace and cheers, love and harmony, happy Friday. See somebody without a smile today, give them one of yours. It's beautiful. Peace.